Hello and welcome. Today's talk is titled, The Power of Now, A Change of Focus, and I am Rick Hoffman. I mean no disrespect. I applaud Eckhart Tolle's understanding and presentation. His grasp of human psychology is breathtaking. However, Eckhart depicts the ego and the mind as entities whose intent is to trap you and keep you bound through a curtain of thoughts. The Power of Now was written over 20 years ago, and although Eckhart's understanding has not changed, how he speaks about it and where he places emphasis continually morphs to reflect changing times and audiences. What I suggest is a change of focus, away from the thinking of the mind to the awareness that knows the mind and is always free. Find me someone, anyone, who does not long to be free or whole or at peace. We are all on this journey, whether knowingly or not, because we all experience moments of joy or wholeness, which is our nature. If you have benefited from Eckhart's teaching, come along with me as I offer some suggestions to infuse your practice with joy and ease your journey. I am going to read selected passages from Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now and offer commentary. This edition is September 2004. Before the book begins, Eckhart writes, "You are here to enable the divine purpose of the universe to unfold. That is how important you are." Commentary. This is the blessing and the miracle of human birth. We are self-aware and thus can ask and answer the question, who is living this life? Introduction, page 5. My true nature, the ever-present I am, consciousness, without identification with form. Commentary. We share this understanding of our true identity. Page 6. Later, when asked about what he had and how to get it, he would say, "You have it already. You just can't feel it because your mind is making too much noise." Commentary. Thoughts are not the problem. Not knowing your true nature is the problem. Then you take the thoughts which you are aware of as yourself. All that you are aware of is limited, subject to threefold limitations of form: time, location, characteristics. That which is aware of the limited is itself formless, limitless awareness, you. Your real nature, which you can never be away from or other than. You are never what you are aware of. Awareness, you, can never be defined, confined, in short, limited. Page 15. Identification with your mind creates an opaque screen of concepts. It comes between you and yourself, between you and your fellow man and woman, between you and nature, between you and God. It is this screen of thought that creates the illusion of separateness. Then you forget the essential fact that underneath the level of physical appearances and separate forms, you are one with all that is. Page 16. The mind uses you. This is the disease. You believe that you are your mind. This is the delusion. The instrument has taken you over. Commentary. My concern is with the statement, the screen of thought creates the illusion of separateness. Your thoughts, your mind is not what creates bondage. Because of self-ignorance, not knowing your true identity, error arises by believing yourself to be the forms you are aware of, the body-mind. The mind is not a separate entity. It is, as Eckhart says, an instrument. Thoughts are not the problem. That the mind thinks is not the problem. The mind, like a mirror, reflects your beliefs, understanding and misunderstanding. When you were little, you may have loved jelly beans, marbles, Play-Doh. I did. You may think fondly of those memories, but if you have thoughts of spending your time immersed in those childhood fancies, these thoughts don't propel you to act. You laugh, and the thoughts dissolve. You give your power away to the thoughts that you imagine define you. So stopping thoughts, being at war with the mind, is a waste of energy and diversion from the real mission, to know your true identity. Self-knowledge causes bondage, the product of ignorance, to dissolve or evaporate. Page 46. As long as the egoic mind is running your life, you cannot truly be at peace or fulfilled, except for brief intervals when you obtained what you wanted, when a craving has just been fulfilled. Commentary. In E.T.'s model, even happiness is contained within the egoic mind. What really happens in a moment of happiness, joy, fullness, completeness? The wanting mind resolves. In those intervals, you are not looking for your situation, the world, or yourself, your body or your mental landscape to be different. You are with yourself as yourself. And because your natural state is complete, full, whole, it feels right. Let's deconstruct a moment of joy, happiness, wholeness. Say you're attending a musical performance. The mix is good, and you can hear each instrument. The music is neither too loud nor too soft. Your mind goes silent. You are peace. You are joy. Inner and outer are as one. Let's pick another instance. You arrive home from work, late, tired and hungry. Your toddler hears the door open, rushes to you, beaming. All that a moment before was bothering you is forgotten. Looking into that face, those eyes, you are swept up in a moment of wholeness, love, not two, no real outside or inside. Are you really lacking in spiritual experience, the sense of oneness? Are you really unfamiliar with having no thoughts? You only lack understanding. You only need to unlock the life you are already living. We are all blessed with these occasions, and they occur randomly. You don't have to fix up your life situation to feel joy or peace. And regardless of the apparent source, an event, accomplishment, sunset, a friend, concert, your joy when the mind resolves is you being you. These are glimpses of your true nature. We are all searching for a way home, the self calling out to the self. We are ultimately not driven by ego, but by a sense of self we all have, because we can never be other than who we really are. This is what we have to discover. Page 55. Through self-observation, more presence comes into your life automatically. The moment you realize you are not present, you are present. Whenever you are able to observe your mind, you are no longer trapped in it. Another factor has come in, something that is not of the mind, the witnessing presence. Commentary. You know your thoughts because you are aware of your thoughts. The one who knows the mind is not contained within the mind. All forms, including thought forms, are limited. Only that which is limitless can know the limited. You are that formless, limitless awareness. There is no action required to witness your thoughts. You have only to realize that you are the one who knows the mind. And when there is nothing to witness, you remain as awareness itself. Page 108. Free from what? Free from the illusion that you are nothing more than your physical body and your mind. This illusion of the self, as the Buddha calls it, is the core error. Commentary. What allows the error to be made? Ignorance. Being ignorant of your true identity, you confuse being aware with what you are aware of. Being ignorant of your true identity, you confuse being aware with what you are aware of, the body-mind, including the world. Awareness is. You find yourself aware. This is what is meant by self-evident, self-revealing. The self-you recognizes yourself as awareness. On the other hand, once you have concluded, once you have accepted the notion that you are the body-mind, you have had it. Disease, old age, death cannot be shaken. But for whom? For whom does Yama, the Lord of Death, come? The limitless awareness never becomes what it is aware of. You are that limitless, formless awareness now. You have never become anything less. You only have to free yourself from the belief that you are what you are aware of. How big is awareness? How many inches is awareness? What is above awareness? What is below awareness? All manifestation, atomic, planetary, thought are forms. All forms are subject to the threefold limitation of time, location, and characteristics. But you are limitless. Consciousness has no form. It can never become defiled or impure. Awareness is without form. Thus, awareness is without any limitation or qualities. That is why enlightenment is now, is you, cannot be lost. It only needs to be as though embraced through recognizing who you are. Whatever is known, all thought forms, perception, memory, daydreams, dreams, are known by you. Without any effort, you are aware, and thus witness when there is a thought in the mind to be aware of. And when there are no thoughts, you remain as yourself, formless, limitless awareness. This is your true birthright. While appearing as the limited body-mind, you discover that simultaneously, at the same time, you are timeless, birthless. You are only as if a being born. Practice knowing this. You know the world is not enough. Whether through faith or understanding, practice by noticing, I am the one who is aware. Whatever is going on, outside, inside, perception, feeling, anger, frustration, resentment, anxiety, what can limit, define the one who is aware? All that is, all that can be known is limited. Is, as manifest, a form. That which knows the form is formless. How quickly have you returned? Can you pin the tail on awareness? Remember, all that is you. You cannot be limited to any one thing. Everything is you, and you are no thing at the same instant. As Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj said, you are nothing, no thing, and realizing that is wisdom. When you realize that you are everything, that is love. There is a very valuable spiritual practice known as neti neti, in Sanskrit meaning not this, not this. It is important to know what you are not so that you can realize who you are, free from doubt and uncertainty. Page 107. Being cannot become an object of knowledge. In being, subject and object merge into one. Being can be felt as the ever-present I am that is beyond name and form. Commentary. Sometimes what is overlooked or not appreciated is the most important part. What do you do to be aware? What effort, what asana do you do to be aware? When are you not aware? Everything you are aware of changes. The body, your thoughts, your likes and dislikes, the world, but you are aware. Awareness undergoes no change. Yet you focus on that which changes and overlook the most important part, your changeless, formless, limitless self. Page 98. When you become conscious of being, what is really happening is that being becomes conscious of itself. Commentary. You become free when you realize that you are already free. Thank God. This is true, unshakable joy. Put it this way. If I was really responsible for making myself free, I would blow it. I would lose it. How about you? Awareness is. Thought is. Awareness is. Thought is not. Awareness is. The universe is. The universe is not. Awareness is. You are that awareness, free of form, free of any limitation. That same awareness is known as I or you. Awareness being formless is nameless, and thus not being a form or object. It can only be known by you as you. Page 154. To know yourself as the being underneath the thinker, the stillness underneath the mind, the love and joy underneath the pain is freedom, salvation, enlightenment. To disidentify from thinking is to be the silent watcher of your thoughts and behavior. Commentary. Amen. Page 94. As long as you are in a state of intense presence, you are free of thought. You are still, yet highly alert. The instant your conscious attention slips below a certain level, thought rushes in. The mental noise returns. The stillness is lost. You are back in time. Commentary. No, you, awareness, is timeless. You have never become limited. You have never become trapped in time. As Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj said, you know a thought when you see one. Practice by affirming your freedom. Whatever thoughts arise, inquire. Can the one who knows the thought ever become limited by the thought? That the mind thinks is not the problem. All thoughts are nothing but awareness, and awareness is all and free of all. Page 187. Thoughts and conditions can give you pleasure, but they cannot give you joy. Nothing can give you joy. Joy is uncaused and arises from within as the joy of being. It is your natural state, not something that you need to work hard for or struggle to obtain. Commentary. Hallelujah, hallelujah. This is my thunder. Happiness means fullness. Fullness is experientially manifest when the mind stops projecting, when the wanting mind is resolved. Happiness does not come from outside the body, an event, accomplishment, experience, ice cream, the seashore, a person, because at another time you do not find that same fullness available. And it does not come from inside the body-mind. When your mind is not assuming, not willing, not desiring a change of the setup outside or anything inside, you pick up a moment of joy as you are left with yourself alone, awareness aware of itself. And so the happiness or fullness, which seems to come and go depending on various conditions, is really present all of the time. as your own self. You are not what you are aware of. Everything you know or do not know is limited, form-filled. Only the limitless, changeless awareness that you are can know all, be all, and remain free of all simultaneously. The way home is to undo our self-ignorance, to discern who am I, who is the one living this life. When you come to know that you are the one who knows the mind, awareness, free of form, and thus free of any limitation, then the ego, the mind, thoughts, the body, the world lose all power to bind. They become like a rope that has been burned. Even though the shape is retained, the rope has no ability to bind. Sadness always requires a build-up. All happiness requires is letting go. Bask in your freedom. You are, as Eckhart says, the source, being, presence, awareness, joy into joy. Thank you for watching. May this talk be a boon and a blessing. If you wish to hear more of my talks, a screen is coming with titles of some other YouTube videos and directions as to how to find them. If you wish to contact me, my email address will be displayed.